Corpbiz.
Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you all. This is Monisha from Corpbiz, and in this video we are going to learn about LLP registration process in India. Let's take a look on the overview of Limited Liability Partnership LLP registration. A limited liability partnership, also commonly called as LLP, refers to a body corporate formed under LLP Act 2008. It is a legally autonomous entity from that of its own partners. Such an entity is liable to full extent of its assets. However, liability of the partners is restricted to their agreed contribution. And since partners' liability is limited in the LLP, it entails elements of partnership firm, structure and a corporate structure. There is no personal accountability of the partner except in the event of a fraud. Furthermore, a partner is not accountable for misconduct or negligence of the associate partner, as there the concept of joint liability does not work in LLP. The notion of limited liability partnership found its way to India in the year 2008. At least two partners are needed for LLP incorporation, but there is no upper limit in this context. Among the partners, there should be at least two designated partners who should be individual, and one of them ought to be an Indian. The LLP agreement regulates the rights and obligations of such partners. They are accountable for compliance of all existing provisions of the Act and provisions cited in the said agreement. Notable benefits of LLP. This section manifests the benefits of an LLP-based entity. First among them is separate legal entity. An LLP rejoices the independent legal status just like companies. The LLP holds different status from its partners. Such entities have the right to sue the third party in case of legal dispute and vice versa. The contracts are signed in the LLP's name, which aids to foster the trust of various stakeholders and renders end-to-end users and vendors a sense of confidence in the business. Limited liability of the partners. The partners of such entities have limited liability. The partner's liability is limited to the agreed contribution in the company. This indicates that they are accountable to pay only the quantum of contributions made by them and are not personally obligated to address any loss in the business. If an LLP ends up insolvent during winding up, only the LLP assets are liable for compensating its debts. The partners possess no personal liabilities and therefore they can operate as credible businessmen. Low cost as well as minimal compliance. The cost of incorporating an LLP is quite low as compared to other business structures such as private and public limited companies. Also, the quantum of compliances is on the lower side for these entities. The LLP is mandated to file only two statements yearly, that is, Statement of Accounts and Solvency and an annual return. No scope of minimum capital contribution. The LLP can be incorporated in absence of any minimum capital. Also, there is no requirement of procuring any amount of capital contributed by the concerned partners. So let's take a look on what type of documents are required to register an LLP in India. Here are the listicles of mandatory documentation that are required during the registration of LLP in India. These documents include PAN card or ID proof of proposed all partners. All proposed partners are mandated to furnish their PAN card during registration time. PAN cards serve as a fundamental ID proof. Partners' address proof. Proposed partner furnish any one document out of passport, voter ID, driving license or Aadhaar card. Name as well as other information as per address proof and PAN card ought to be exactly the same. Any flaws in the detail of the PAN can be corrected before furnishing to ROC. Partner's residence proof. Updated bank statement, utility bill should be furnished as residence proof of the partners. Such bill should be latest one, that is not older than 2 to 3 months, and must entail the partner's name as cited in PAN card. Photograph. Partners must furnish the latest passport size photo, preferably on white background. passport in case of overseas nationals, NRIs. To become a partner of Indian-based LLP, overseas nationals and NRIs have to furnish their passport mandatorily. Passport must be notarized by the concerned authorities in the nation of such foreign nationals and NRI, else Indian embassy located in the nation can also sign the documents. Foreign nationals or NRIs must facilitate address proof, bank statement and legit identity proof enclosing the address. If the documents exist in any other language, the applicant must facilitate the notarized translation copy. Registered office address proof. Registered office proof must be furnished during the registration process or within 30 days of incorporation. If the registered office is rented, a rent agreement and a NOC from the actual landowner have to be furnished. NOC shall be landlord's consent to permit the LLP to use the premises as the registered office. Also, any one document out of gas, electricity or telephone bill should be submitted. The bill should not be older than 2 months and must reflect the address of the premises and the owner's name. Now coming to digital signature certificate. One of the designated partners must hold DSC for signing the documents electronically. Coming to the checklist for LLP registration, it requires minimum of 2 designated partners, DSC of all the partners, DPIN of all service partners, name of the entity which is not identical to any prevailing company or trademark, the capital contribution made by the serving partners of the LLP, LLP agreement, proof of registered office of the LLP. Now let's take a look on the step-by-step procedure for registering an LLP in India. To incorporate an Indian LLP, you must first secure the designated partner identification number, also known as DPIN. This can be done by filing an e-form for securing DPIN or DIN. You would then require obtaining digital signature certificate, also called as DSC, and register it on MCA's portal. After that, you need to get the name approval for the firm from the ministry. Once the name is acquired, you can incorporate the LLP by filing the prescribed application form. Step 1 includes application for DIN or DPIN. All serving partners of the proposed firm shall secure DPIN. For this, you need to file an online application, that is DIR3, to secure DPIN. For those who already have DIN number, the same can be used as DPIN. Step 2 includes securing and registering DSC. The Information Technology Act 2000 emphasized the use of digital signatures on the dossiers furnished electronically to ensure the document's safety. Prevailing legalities mandate the proposed LLP to use the digital signature for signing of the documents. Acquiring DSC. The licensed certifying authority, that is CA, grants the digital signature. CA indicates a person who has been vested with the authority to grant DSC under Section 24 of Indian IT Act 2000. Now coming to registering of DSC. Roll check can be performed after registering the DSC with the LLP application. Roll check functionally ensures that the MCA 21 system shall validate whether the digital signatures affixed on the prescribed form belong to the company's signatory and or of a practicing professional if applicable. Step 3 includes creating a login on the authority's portal. Now visit the concerned authority portal and register as a user in the relevant user category. This is necessary for getting access to e-form. Step 4 includes incorporating an LLP. Using Form 1 for the registering of the proposed LLP name. After name approval, proceed to address incorporation formalities such as facilitation of incorporation document and subscriber statement. After form approval, you will come across an email relating to same. It also shows the status approved to confirm the applicant. Step 5 includes drafting of LLP agreement. After the incorporation process, an initial LLP agreement has to be filed within duration of 30 days of the incorporation date. The user must file the detail in form number 3, which includes the information about LLP agreement and change, if any, made therein. The user has to file the information in form 3, information with regard to limited liability partnership agreement and changes, if any, made therein. Avail Corpbiz services to address registration formalities with ease. It is evident from all the above points we have discussed that LLP registration seeks a watchful approach as it is subjected to number of legal requirements and formalities. Even the slightest glitch in the application or paperwork is enough to trigger the chances of application rejection. This is where you need a professional backup. At Corpbiz, we make sure the client seeking LLP registration remains on point as well as flawless throughout the registration process. Our expertise would let you avail of registration without any hassle. How we proceed as soon as the client drops a request on our platform. In-depth examination of client's business and nature of operation is carried upon. Identification of applicable compliances for registration is taken upon. Initiating paperwork process and arranging of pre-registration deliverables, confronting concerned authority for addressing registration formalities and document submission, sorting out relevant post-incorporation compliances. So with this, we come to the end of this video while end of the LLP registration process as well. For more concerns or questions on working of the limited liability partnerships in India, kindly email us at info@corpbizadvisors.com or call 9870310368. Please like, share and subscribe this video. See you in the next video. Thank you.